bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
Yeah, I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I put it in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
What? Booker T! 53, Mike.
I can't believe they let you play.
On first down, it's Taylor. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Got it. Gun.
Check 37.
Hey, watch it.
Check 13.
On second and 15 now. Wilson steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Wilson on first down. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 0,
On second and 11 now. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him plays like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Watch the twist.
Further.
54, Mike. 54.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Check 43.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
Here we go. We need
54. Mike, 54.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Hey, gun. 65.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
White.
Throwing out first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They run with Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. What do you need? 11. Hey, Delta. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I got you.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The give to Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A nice performance last week, recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Here's Wilson to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Now a play fake here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
11.
Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Hey, 0.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Watch your slap.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
I'm here all day. Up. Go. Let's go, defense.
To throw is Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On third and goal, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Myers able to knock it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. On third down, here's Coleman. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Let him know. Check.
14. Jim, one left.
Watch out.
Hey, easy.
Mike's by 4. Go.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he...
This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Seahawks 10, 49ers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short.
The Niners take over the first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Open man is born. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it with Coleman. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Shoot!
Hey, easy. Touch. Press down.
On first down, it's Taylor. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 38, Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll run on first down. Taylor. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Touch Missy. 12.
Slam. Shift.
On second and 9, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Gonna throw end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Next to score, Seahawks 17, 49ers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
Caused every bit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 1-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson, they'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go. Switch. Check. Hot route. Hot. Switch.
Check 4. Go 14. Hot something. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mike 54. It's our time, guys. It's our time. One left. Go. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, 49ers nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Wait, 80. 54. Hey, keep it up. 21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 5-4.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
49ers nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Bravo.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 23 yards the pickup there. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single game. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
I got you.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
12, fellas, here we go. Check. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, wahoo!
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Taylor And some room to roam now. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
54. Mike 54.
Bang out. Bam. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Watch 26. Bullet. Half. Check.
Gun. 14. Fight it. Good. 4 down. Gun. Offside. Hayward.
Now Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And now look at him go. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Alert.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the curve.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. It'll be a 16-yard loss on the play. But it's going to be second down. On second down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
He's coming. We got double up.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
56. Yeah, let's get that ball. Hold up. Orbit. 25. Check 25. Check 9.
Back.
Good guys, 4 down. Go. Friday.
Tight dog.
Check 52.
Quick dad, quick dad. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Good side.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tahir Whitehead just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
380. There.
Drive on. All right.
Hey, let's go double count right here. Double count.
Hey, let's get this. Slam.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
It's our field.
One flip. Hey.
Check 20.
Go.
Jim. Watch out. Right side.
Wilson wants to throw it. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Flying 90.
Mike's 56. Squeeze, double. Watch twist.
Took right.
Bang. Boss.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, all in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, on the wrist, all in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You never came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told them rips. Why bet you wanna be famous, They elevated us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch.